Well, the White House says he's a Christian who prays daily, but a new poll shows a growing number of Americans think the president is a Muslim. A poll by the Pew Research Center found 18% of Americans think the president is a Muslim. That's up 7 points since March. 34% believe he's Christian, 43% just don't know. We conducted our own poll. Of 600 people in our area, 21% believe the president's a Muslim, 41% say he's Christian, 35% don't know or not sure. Our poll was conducted by Survey USA.
But nearly 1 in 5 Americans still think he's a Muslim, and political analysts say it's costing him politically. We asked 10 random people in downtown Portland if they know what religion President Obama is. 4 said Christian, 3 said Muslim, 3 said they didn't know. Those who answered Muslim said they heard it on talk radio or they heard it from friends. The director of Portland State's Hatfield School of Government tells us the research shows that more independent voters are believing he's Muslim.
And this means to me that the right-wing messaging machine is very effective and it's doing its job very well because they're selling something that's not true and there is a willing market out there. People are buying it.
And keep this in mind, this research was done before the controversy over whether a mosque should be built near Ground Zero in the World Trade Center, before that became an issue. And despite confusion over his faith, nearly half of people think he relies on his religion the right amount of time when making policy choices. Only 1 in 10 people says he uses his religion too much. Okay?
There may be much more behind those numbers. The new poll from Pew Research Center finds that a growing number of Americans believes that the president is Muslim. When asked the open-ended question, what's the president's religion, 18%, nearly 1 in 5, answered Muslim. That is a sizable increase from 17 months ago, when 11% of respondents expressed that belief. The number of respondents who say Obama is Christian, 34%, dropped. For the first time in the poll, a plurality of respondents say they do not know what Obama's religion is. It should perhaps come as no surprise that the view of the president as a Muslim is most widespread among those who do not support his presidency, like Republicans and conservative Republicans in particular. However, the percentage of independents who think this now has also risen. Another poll from Time magazine conducted about the proposed Islamic Community Center subsequent to President Obama's defense of the right to build it. In that survey, 24% said they believed the president was a Muslim. 47% identified him as a Christian. Only 24% did not know. The White House has now responded. Its statement reads in part, President Obama is a committed Christian. His faith is an important part of his daily life. He prays every day. He seeks a small circle of Christian pastors to give him spiritual advice and counseling. He even receives a daily devotional that he uses each morning. The president's Christian faith is a part of who he is, but not a part of what the public or the media is focused on every day.
Religious intolerance is nothing new to America. It crosses races, gender, age, and political biases. It's not really bigotry, it is more confusion or lack of understanding about these other religions. That lack of understanding which brings out a type of phobia, and certain corrupt men play on that. Islam is alien to most Americans, which brings out that phobia. It could just as easily have been Mormons, Catholics, Jews, Buddhists, Hindus, or any group that seemed foreign to the public. Corrupt politicians are trying to use the public's fear of Muslims to manipulate the public to vote for Republicans.
It is pretty despicable to play on people's fears to make political gains. The attitude which says that the ends justify the means is one of the most immoral attitudes that we see. It led to the wholesale murder of millions during the Second World War. Throughout the ages, countless lives have either been lost or ruined by such evil ambitions. There's just no excuse for fostering hate. No goal can be achieved that could justify it, and such evil means never turn out good.
If lies and hate is all that the Republican Party has to offer, I would say that it is a pretty shameful party. The idea of equating Islam with terrorism is no better than what Hitler and the Nazis did to the Jews. Actually, it is the same thing, and the problem is that such hate can get out of hand. These Republicans might not be advocating violence against Muslims, but that's where all of this will lead. Muslims are not bad people, and the president is not a Muslim. He is a Christian. How dare these right-wing so-called Christians lie about the President of the United States? I keep thinking that the Republican Party can't go any lower, and they keep showing me that they can. To demonize a whole religion, lying about the president's faith, and the fostering of hate should make every American ashamed.
There are two schools of thoughts. One says win at any cost, and the other says if winning corrupts us, maybe it's not worth the winning. Today's Republican Party is willing to chance all that is good about America just for a win. They don't care about the will of the American people. They don't care about how their lies will harm America or how their lying will change America for the worse. All they care about is winning. They have tried such insanity as to say the President of the United States is the Antichrist, when in fact he is a living example of what a Christian should be. Jesus cared for the sick, the homeless, the poor, and he denounced the rich. It is just the opposite of pure Christianity to favor the rich with lower taxes while taking more away from the poor. It is not the faith of President Obama that should be in question. Rather, it should be the faith of the lying Republicans that we should be questioning.
That the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.